campsite for 2020, and of course it was canceled 20.
This Glendale woman's shirt says it all. She and many others visiting Havasupai Falls this spring are here on permits they got 3 years ago. And this is what we've all hiked 11 miles in to see, the majestic Havasu Falls. All of us kind of surprised the water really is that blue. A flash flood disrupted the falls reopening in March, sending a muddy torrent down Havasu Creek, damaging trails and forcing an emergency evacuation of the campsite. On the hike in here, you could see remnants of the flash flood which moved through earlier this spring. You could see the debris piles here, and just imagine how high the water was at the time. The debris piles are still there, but the brown water turned turquoise a week after the flood, recreating one of the most beautiful campsites I've ever seen. There are no services at all here, no electricity, no cell service, though you'll see people at high ground searching for a signal and succeeding once in a while. There are a few composting toilets and a spring for water. A family sells fry bread and Indian tacos in the afternoons, which are a welcome change from the freeze-dried meals in your tent. So to get around the campsite here, you have to go across the creek a few times and across a series of sort of makeshift ladders which seem to wash away whenever a storm moves through and floodwaters move through here. But the tribe is usually pretty quick at setting up a new ladder system just like this one, which is new after those floods moved through earlier this year. Downstream from camp, the calm blue waters of Havasu Creek turn into this. Mooney Falls, the big one, a 200-foot drop. You'll pass through tunnels blasted out by miners in the 1880s before relying on a series of chains anchored into the rocks, plus wooden ladders to scale the wall. For some, it's a hard no. For others, it's a highlight of the trip.
Doing the chains was the most fun for me. You know, one wrong move can cost you your life.
The reward for climbing down is the view from the pool at the base of Mooney Falls and what's downstream. Some choose the trail less traveled to get to a spot known as the Confluence. The Blue Creek flows through a canyon and empties into the Colorado River in the Grand Canyon National Park. It is almost mesmerizing to watch the blue water of Havasu Creek swirl and mix with the water in the Colorado here. The rafters docked here are on day 8 of their float down the Colorado River from Page. We can't spend too long here because it's a 9-mile hike back to the campsite. There was one final surprise for us waiting around the corner here, a wildlife encounter. Bighorn sheep that came down from the rocky cliffs above to graze for the evening, and they seem pretty used to hikers walking by, though the males are pretty protective of the females, so we're just going to kind of let them enjoy their dinner and mosey right along. So if you want to go there yourself, permits for next year don't open till February. If you want to go this summer, you have to log on to the Havasupai Reservations website because every morning at 8 o'clock they post a couple canceled permits which you can snag for yourself. I'll see you next time.